$130.
Welcome, everybody.
Fair warning.
Almost forgot to send out the big announcement there.
Next lot.
And this is loud as hell. There we go. Locked in, focus, 2024.
$6.
Not late. Not late, that's big. That's big. First day of the new year, new Greg. We're showing up on time. I think I had 5 seconds there if we check the VOD. That's on time, count it. New year, new me, baby. New year, new me, baby. Welcome. Danger D coming in hot with the jokes already.
55.
I haven't seen you guys since last year. Coming in hot. Those jokes will never get old. Those jokes will never miss. Welcome, Danger D. Odin, Teleport, Marty, Expensive Cardboard, Red X Machina, Cody Jones, Billy Bandit. Welcome, you guys. Welcome, Simon Space, House of the Moose, Eric the Entrepreneur. 2024 is upon us, folks.
$80.
2024 is upon us.
$85.
Brand new year, brand new markets.
$90.
Maybe it's the same old markets. Maybe 2024 is just going to be more of the same. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. It could go either way. I'm going to make a video, yeah, probably tomorrow or the next day. Oh, my God. I know I've been behind on videos, but it has been so busy over the, like, Christmas to the New Year's thing. Like, the girlfriend is off work. She's been home for this whole thing, so we've been doing, like, family adventures, all this stuff, and then we're now, like, doing a full clean of the house because in 5 more days, she goes back to work, and then she starts her master's courses again, so it's been crazy. But content is coming soon. Content is coming soon. And Teleport, joining into the Greg Gang, thank you. And with that, I do have a good announcement for you guys. Something new, something blue for 2024 coming out of the Discord, being developed by one of our very own community members. That's Potato Salad, Goob Noob, Antonio, introducing Teleport. Can you guys see it? It's kind of blocked by the thing, isn't it? I'll do like that. Introducing Teleport. So there is going to, I can put the link in here. Teleport is going to be a website to help facilitate trade. They're going to be a middleman service. So the big thing with it, though, is if you're going to middleman a trade right now, as you guys know, most people take percentages of value. What Teleport hopes to do is facilitate trade for collectors, not just video games. This is going to be everything in the ecosystem, right? It's not just a video game thing, but it's going to be flat fees instead of a percentage-based thing. So say you're doing something for $5,000, $10,000, $100. It doesn't matter. It's going to be a flat fee. You can do the trade, have it safe. I assume there's going to be insurance, all that stuff. A professional way to middleman trades at a much better pricing than anything you're going to find that exists on the market today. So what he is doing right now is free sign up. But you can get signed up and you'll get your early adopter benefits.
Fair warning. $32. $36.
Phone number must have a different format there. I don't want my phone number on there either. $40. I'll have to sign up off stream because it has phone number and stuff. So don't want to show you guys that either.
$48. $55.
But. Did I link it? I think I did. Yeah, linked in the chat there. Teleport.com. Being created by...
Fair warning.
No, it's free. It's free, Supyo. I'm happy to announce this. I'm happy to announce it. It's being built by someone in the Discord. I'm happy to, yeah, I have a Hotmail, Billy Bandit. I have a Hotmail still. I'm happy to announce it for Antonio, Potato Salad, Goob. Early adopters get 25% off their first trade. It's being built by someone in the Discord. You guys know him, so he'll also be around in the chat today. He'll be on the Discord in live chat later if you want to ask questions. Hopefully it's a great service. Like, if it all works out, if it all builds up into it has to, it should be really good. So I'm hoping him the best. You know what I mean? I'm happy to happy to help him out with that. I don't have any actual affiliation. But yeah, Discord making some personal moves. Yeah, I have the Hotmail forever. I have the Hotmail forever. That's teleport.net. Sorry, teleport.net. Check it out. It's linked in the description here. or linked in the channel. Can I not pin it? Why can't I pin messages anymore? I used to be able to pin stuff.
Next lot.
Now it looks like I can't pin anything.
$110.
Super annoying. But teleport.net. I'll place it in the chat one more time here for you guys.
Fair $150.
But on to Atari, on to the auction. Rocky here, 9.0. This just sold at the this item, like same grade, just sold at the Pioneer Showcase auction. I think it cracked over $1,000. Looking for 500 right now. Pushing up over 550 maybe? Like I said, I'm pretty sure the immediate comp, literally from 2 weeks ago, is $1,000. That
$600
and teleport with the 5 gifted memberships. So there we go. Hey, teleport paying it forward. We got 5 gifted for that plug, and he signed up himself. Big appreciate to you. Much appreciated, Antonio. Much appreciated, man. Like I said, like I fully best of luck with the project. I really hope it does work out. It's a really good service. It you know, it solves an issue. So all the best, man. I hope it works out for you. And congrats to Danger D, Kronos, Raging Skittles, Ian, and Thomas Ganka. Welcome, welcome, welcome into the Greg Gang, folks. Welcome in. Great to have you.
Fair warning.
Game Gallery, you were out at 500 on the game there. Yeah, it pushed. It kept going. I'm actually surprised. Rocky pushed its way up to $900 again. Like, you know, obviously a little bit down from when it literally just sold a couple of weeks ago, but it's almost inevitable when that happens. I'll just grab the actual comp here really quick. I remembered the number before the stream, but then I had to get that teleport stuff in my head, so I forgot. I can only focus on so many things at once here.
$28.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? 9.0 just sold for $1,200. So yeah, the person who bought the copy tonight just saved $300 off the most. Would have ended at like 400 if I didn't say the comp was $1,000. Yeah. Well, frick, look at this up, yo. The 8.0 closed at $336. The frickin' 8.0 was $336. So I mean, had to get a little bit love on there. Had to get a bit of love right there.
Fair warning.
But Rocky for 900 is actually pretty darn decent. We had a couple, like Pac-Man was pulled, few items pulled, nothing much of the Atari stuff. Like, you know, Skiing was a 9.28 plus 159, River Raid 9.48 plus 192. They're fine, you know, they're fine. They're fine. Nothing big, nothing to really write home about. This 3D World Runner is a 9.0 with fading.
Fair warning.
Oh my gosh. Adam's Family here, 8.5 overall, 7.5 box. It's kind of weird when you build something like this. You know, you have an 8.0 box with 9494 and it's a 9.0 overall. I don't know if there should be like a limit as to how high your overall can be compared to your lowest component. Like, I'm pretty sure the card companies, if you had an 8.0, the highest you can be is an 8.5, right? Warning. I think. Like, you can't jump too ahead on the overall grade. It's something like that, but it's weird when you can just have a carton manual, just, you know, save the overall rating there. Obviously, box being the most important piece.
Fair warning.
So, Adam's Family's Pugsley Scavenger Hunt. 124 for CIB of that seems like a snag, honestly. The 3D World Runner went for $100. Adventure Island was an 80 for 360 there. Oval Barbie, 80 plus.
Fair warning.
Let's go Barbie.
Next lot.
Oh man, I thought Barbie might get a little bit of a fight. I feel like we don't see Barbie much at all at auction. Castle of Deceit is Castle of Deceit is a 7.0.
$55.
Yeah, exactly, Blue Smoke, right? It's like a crap box with a 9898, and it's like you can overall build like a 9.2 with a really bad box. It's just kind of goofy.
$70. $75. $80. $85, $95, $100.
My opinion for prices this year. What will they do? Oh my God, Eric, entrepreneur. 2024 is the year, man. This is the year, baby. Buy now or regret forever. I just need to keep pumping videos like that out every 4 days, like a buy now video. We need to turn this market around. We need to manipulate. I'm gonna choke.
Fair warning.
Oh, I'm too excited. I'm too excited about the manipulation. Oh my God. Oh my god. God doesn't want me to manipulate this market. He tried to strike me down, but I will not be stopped. Castle of Deceit went for 169. Deadly Towers is an 80 plus here. Yeah, the tactical mute for sure there, Thane. Oh, gosh. Yeah, we're going to the moon. 2024 is the year. 2024 is the year, baby.
$42.
Deadly Towers, 9.4 CIB. The 8.0 sealed went for 228. The 9.4.
Fair warning.
9.2 box, 9.4 manual, 9.6 cart. That's a nice copy of Deadly Towers there. Homeostatic, I appreciate that, dude.
$50.
Listening to the podcast, awesome stuff. Yeah, that's awesome to hear, man. Really, really, really hoping to keep that going every single week. There's a podcast out now on like Apple, Spotify, all that stuff. Greg's Weekend Rental. I think we're at episode 5 now, so I'm glad you're appreciating the podcast. It's awesome. Can Greg gang members of 2 years have the Greg chairs or emoji? Yes. Yes, you can. That's a great fucking idea, Simon. Let me get that changed right after the stream. I was supposed to make you guys a 2-year emote, and I never did. So, yeah, that's perfect. The Greg chair will be the 2-year emote. I love it. I love it. Does nobody use the archival VGA labels anymore? Because they try to push the circular sticker outside. Yeah, Billy, that's been an issue with their archival forever, is that the sticker then goes outside, and it makes no sense to me on archival VGA. But I think in general, a lot of people just don't.
2-year club checking in.
Let's go, Super Junk. Coming soon, man. You're going to have the chair there. And teleport with another gifted... oh, my God. The gifted sub went to...
$75.
Helige Markrell? Helige Markrelli? Oh, my gosh. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. But congratulations on your gifted. And welcome in.
$95.
Don't you feel like that's something that should have been solved, Supyo? Like, like I understand it's because of the plus and the archival label, but like, surely there's a solution there. Modern problems require modern solutions, Supyo. But no, I don't think archival is less or more used than it ever was. Like, if you're submitting something very valuable, most people would still, you know, use archival for it. I think in general, you're just seeing less, like, new VGA games enter the market. But anything big or, you know, expensive is still getting archival, I assume. Double Dribble is an 80 round seal here. Actually pushing its way up to almost $600. Destination Earthstar went for 129. Deadly Towers 114. 576 on 576 on Double Dribble. It's a big German word. Can't be that tough to say it. It's not easy. It's not easy.
$130.
You just bought a case of Pokemon Brilliant Stars booster packs. You intend to keep it sealed. Hopefully you'll appreciate it in the future, but I think it will. Nice, dude. I mean, the thing is, right, being a little bit serious for a moment here, someone asked my opinion on the market this year. We're in a spot where almost no one cares about collectibles right now. Like, this is a very non-speculation heavy, non-investment heavy. Like, no one cares about collectibles right now.
$60.
So,
$65.
yeah, yes, there is still possible downside, right? As we go through 2024. It could happen. Some stuff can still drop, but like...
Fair warning.
It's already in such a spot where no one cares. Like... you know, most of the buying and selling right now isn't going to be inflated. Most of it's not going to be crazy. Like... It's a very stable environment. It's a very easy environment, almost, if you want to say.
Fair warning.
Like, when stuff's going crazy, you really have to think about everything, and it's like... You know what I mean? Right now, it's still a buyer's market for sure, for most stuff. You can still find stuff, deals, and...
$120.
The big thing is, like... Yeah, if no one cares why our Pokemon's still selling for 5 figures, well, that's its own issue right there. That's its own issue right there. But imagine if people did care, Rick, right? Imagine if people did care right now. And, I mean, I feel like it's almost inevitable that we go through another wave where people do care eventually. And that doesn't mean, like, mid-2024, you know, you buy something in January, you're going to make money in June, or by December, it's guaranteed to have gone up. Like, there's nothing like that, but... If we had to make a gamble at this point where I can pick up something that I really want and I can buy it right now, I would gamble on the next 12 to 18 months that, like, I probably won't lose much money on it if it doesn't actually go up. a bit, right?
Fair warning.
That's kind of where my brain's at with 2024 at this point. It's kind of crazy because January 2023 to January 2024 actually did have some, not like severe downturn, but it's, you can notice for sure.
$32.
Like from January 2023 sales on a lot of stuff to January 2024, there's some downturn there. Absolutely. So it can still happen in 2024 here, but I mean,
It is 2024.
you guys have probably noticed on
my
streams.
dudes.
You guys have probably noticed, like, I'm buying shit.
65.
I've bought the most in the past 3 months than I probably did all of 2023. I personally really like prices. I like the opportunity.
$80.
I'll make a full video giving more thoughts. I'll make a full video giving more thoughts on it. In general, the wider market is still really dumb. Like, majority of people still hate graded stuff, right?
Next lot.
And that probably won't last forever either.
$110.
So while everyone hates graded stuff, you can still get like really good deals on already graded stuff, and people are like overpaying on freaking raw copies, right?
$240.
And even then, you can like buy raw stuff and grade it still and do pretty good. Shadow of the Ninja is an 8.0 overall here, 9.4 cart, 9.2 manual, uncommon NES with a 7.0 box, pushing its way up to 300. Like, there's stuff like this Shadow of the Ninja, right? Where if it was on eBay, for instance, where it's more of a casual crowd, so many people still ignore this. They're like, ew, yuck, a graded video game. Like, that's a scam. And then they'll go buy, like, a shitty 7.0 for more. You know what I mean? So we're still in a spot where, like, so much of the hobby still does not like graded stuff. Like, they still do not want to optimize buying decisions or understand condition or even like try to like push their knowledge base forward. So that opportunity still exists in itself as well. Skate or die here. Speaking of, here's what we were talking about with the sticker missing. You can see here it's archival. Look at the sticker. It's you know, like, come on. So that's what we were talking about with the sticker missing when it's archival. It just goes off of the label. Just kind of looks dumb. Skate or Die, though, does go for $500. Like, pretty decent. And Skull, member for 9 months. Thank you very much, dude. Much appreciated. And the White Wolf, 8 months as well. You have an awesome 2024 as well, man. Much appreciated. You're picking up sealed modern booster boxes. You got into collecting NTSC JP games? It's much more affordable than local prices? Yeah, I don't blame you, dude. That was like one of the things that drew me towards Japanese like video games too, is just how much more affordable they are. Ever going to do a collection tour or showcase? Yes. Coming in 2024, Danger D. Coming in 2024 for sure. We will get a collection tour. Maybe in January. Maybe. Might happen. Maybe.
$160.
We'll see. Hopefully. Are there any TCG collectors without graded in their collection? There are Game Gallery, but like, obviously graded goods in the TCG world are way more accepted than in video games.
$300.
Like TCG grading, comic grading, that's obviously, you know, so interwoven into the hobby at this point. Like, you still have your purists and not even purists. That's not the right word for it. You just have people who don't like graded. That'll always be a thing. Like, that'll always be a thing. There's going to be people who collect without graded, who wish graded didn't exist, who don't see value in graded. But obviously, it guides most buying and selling decisions in other hobbies. Video games, it still does not at all. Like I said, the vast majority of people do not use graded or like condition qualifiers for their buying decisions. It's insane to me. Strider, VGA85, $432. Into Mario Bros. 3, 9.2A plus, our first decent copy of Mario Bros. 3 for the year here. This is gonna be a great baseline right here. Mario Bros. 3, one of the games we see sell the most at Heritage Auctions, so it's great that we're starting off here. 9.2A plus copy, very solid copy, over $2,000. We'll do price comps on this once it ends, but I love that we're going to have a January 2nd comp to compare to as the year goes on. That's awesome.
$2,000.
Just need to wait for the economy to settle down so people feel more secure in their jobs and be more willing to spend money. Exactly. And I mean, we've been on like what, 2.5 year downward trajectory now. Like,
Next lot.
eventually, the economy will flip. Like, it, you know, tech stocks have already largely recovered. Is Bitcoin, what, at 35,000? Where's Bitcoin at right now?
Fair warning.
60,000 CAD.
Next
Don't
lot.
show me Canadian dollars. Show me money that matters.
$2.
45,000. Oh my God. Bitcoin's going to hit an all-time high soon. Yeesh. But like, things that
Fair
have
warning.
plummeted are
$4.
already like showing a lot of life. And once all of these bigger macro things show strength, like you really do see the spillover effect.
$14.
You definitely see the spillover. Bitcoin goes up a ton,
$18.
stocks go up a ton, people take profits, people diversify.
$22.
Money just like flows through the ecosystem, right?
$24.
Mario Bros 3 does close at $2,280. The NES Max controller, $252. Teleport with another gifted
warning.
sub. Going to Gyarados. Let's go. Let's go, Gyarados. Let's
Next
go
lot.
teleport.
$60.
Let's check out Mario Bros 3 here before I keep yapping and go on another
Fair
tangent.
warning.
Mario
Next
Bros 3. We just had a 9.2 A plus
$55.
copy sell. Which, this 9.2
Fair
A plus
warning.
did just beat the last wad of 9.4 A from November 30th. 2160 for a 9.4 A. Tonight, 2280 for a 9.2 A plus. Pretty close comp on that. 9.4 A plus, $3,000. The last 9.2 A plus was in September
Fair warning.
of 2023 for 2160, 2280 on Mario
Next
Bros 3.
lot.
It is beating all of the comps, folks.
$48.
We're already seeing it. The
$55,
market's back. It sold for 120 more than last time. Like,
$110.
we're back, baby.
$120.
Holy shit, 2024 is looking up already.
$130.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy. I'm on the edge of my seat, folks.
$140.
Did you get your Shantae body pillow graded? Yes. Yes, absolutely. Yes, you should.
Fair warning.
Yeah, 45K on frickin' 45K on Bitcoin's crazy. Any games I recommend getting for PS5 or Nintendo Switch I'll be releasing in the near future? I actually don't know release schedules anymore, Pokerface. It's not something I keep up on. I'm just like, I'm so far out of modern gaming now that I find out about new releases like 2 weeks after the fact.
$80.
It's kind of sad in a way. Do the same people who hate graded games think that graded comics are a scam? Kind of. There's a lot of overlap there. Like, comics absolutely has a lot of people who hate it. I think
Fair
there's more
warning.
comic people who hate it than, like, trading card people, honestly. Trading cards seems to be the
Next lot.
most accepted I've seen. Or maybe I'm just not deep enough in the, like, you know, people who hate it. Obviously, I don't go looking for the content of people who, like, don't like grading.
$50, $70, $70, $80, $85.
You picked up a graded strategy guide recently. Didn't click with me as much as you had hoped. Oh, interesting.
$140.
What strategy guide did you grab, Super Junk? I'm actually excited to grab some myself. I like strategy guides. JC, what's the cadence for weekend rental? Every single Friday is what we're hoping for. Every single Friday, we're hoping to have more releases of the podcast. Jeremy's going to come over either tomorrow or the next
Fair
day, and we're
warning.
hoping to record. Should have a new episode up by Friday. It's awesome you guys are checking it out. Yes, Braille Gamer, I do collect Pokemon stuff. Absolutely. Cards, games. I'm a Pokemon guy, 100%.
Fair warning.
In sealed condition are rough, tears, crushed, etc. A lot of these games with tears are not even worth grading. I think people will start to appreciate 9 up seals more as people understand there. Yes, there isn't a lot of sealed in great condition. Yep. That's what I mean, though, Virtual Vault
Next
game, when
lot.
I say a lot of the hobby is still dumb. Like, this hobby is still dumb for the most part. And I don't say that is like, you know, people are just fucking idiots, but like, no one wants to
warning.
like there's still so much pushback on this optimization and conditional nuance and grading in general to help buying decisions. People just like want to be ignorant.
$160.
I don't know. It's crazy to me. Like, even if you don't love
Fair
graded
warning.
stuff, it's like, oh man, if I can get a graded 8.0 for a price that's like you at least get the authenticity check and you have a relativity gauge of condition rather than just buying blind. I don't know. This is cool. It is an adventure in Tetris, a strategy guide from Nintendo of America, from the Carolina collection. What year is this?
Fair warning.
It's a supplement that was distributed with Nintendo Power number 10. So it's an inside, like it came with Nintendo Power 10. But it's really cool standalone magazine. 8.5 on it, pushing its way up to $300. We don't have too many magazines today. Don't worry, folks. There are not too many magazines. Only like 6 lots of them.
$100.
All graded games should be liberated from their tombs and played. You only watch to get angry because it's the laziest cardio you can get. Yeah, seriously. Need to break them up. What grade SMB3 do you need to buy? 9.48 plus or above, Rick. I mean, if you can get a 9.6, you're, you know, doing good. But I'd say with Mario Bros. 3, like 9.48 plus or above would be good.
Fair warning.
9.48 plus is like really strong grade for most stuff, to be honest. These are group lots here. The Tetris book did close at 288. These are group lots of game players guides, 8.5, 7.5, and a 5.0 there for 125. More of these players guides, man, or game players guide, I think is what it's called. Just game players magazine, sorry. 3 copies, a 6.0, a 6.5, and a 7.0. And the one at the bottom is kind of neat, as it actually features an unreleased game. The California Raisins, The Great Escape, never came out. So that's an actually pretty cool magazine there, to feature an unreleased game. That's Volume 3, Issue 1. The California Raisins, baby, The Great Escape. Sold for $109 there. Group lot of 3 video games and computer entertainment magazines.
Fair warning. Next lot.
We need the bell every time there's a big sale. I need to get a frickin' soundboard is what I need. That needs to be my next purchase. A frickin' soundboard.
Fair warning.
And we can get some great sound effects coming in.
Next lot.
Is it possible to grade N64 unused controllers with cables sealed without a box? Sebastian, I think the only ones they'll actually grade are the Donkey Kong, Nintendo Power, and the other
$75.
the ones that distributed without boxes. I think if you have an N64 controller that did distribute with a box, you will have to have the box, or VGA won't take it, I think. But I know they do grade, you know, the Donkey Kong 64 controller, for instance.
Fair warning.
Yeah, coin grading is basically necessary, for sure. And I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I like grading. I don't like buying blind. Like, I like gambling aspect of buying stuff raw, but like, I also, if I'm looking for something for personal collection, buying raw is such a kick in the nuts. You know what I mean? Like, it sucks going through like 3 or 4 different raw copies because no one can show condition.
Fair warning.
2 graded. Speaking of graded strategy guides, here's Killer Instinct 5.5 players guide paired up with classified information Nintendo Power.
Fair warning.
7.0 on that one.
Next lot. $38.
Are the guides as bulky as you're expecting them to be? I don't know. It's basically like a comic. Have you ever held a graded comic, Rick? It's essentially the same thing. You feel like most of the graded comic haters are new collectors? You don't remember this level of graded hate 6-7 years ago when you're big into comics? Interesting. Is there a big flood of people still entering into comics? Like, I mean, obviously I'm pretty ignorant about comic collecting. I know it's not like a dead collectible. Obviously comics are still going strong, but like, is there a lot of new people still entering into comics? Do they still print a fuck ton of new comics? Like, just like 2024, we have, you know, a bunch of new comics coming out? You literally just bought your first graded comic last week. Comics are meant to be read. You're late. Don't worry. You're double speeding. You'll be caught up in 24 minutes. I'll have to talk even faster, Cosmic, so you can't make out my double speak. I'll have to make sure I up my words per minute. So if you're watching on double speed, it doesn't work. Because if you watch on double speed, I actually get less watch through, and it actually hurts my YouTube statistics if you 2x.
Fair warning.
Any chance someone has done the same thing to CGC game cases that I did to CGC comic cases? I don't know enough about the CGC cases yet, Bob. If you guys don't know, I think Reserved Investments just put out a video, and there's been a lot of videos about CGC comics. There's been a bit of a scandal with people.
$70.
They were taking out books from the slabs, resealing the slabs, and then sending them in for recase, right? I believe that's what it was. So you take out a 9.6, you put in a 9 point, or you take out the 9.6, you put in a 9.0, then you send it in for regrading. And then you get a brand new slab with the shittier book
warning.
inside, and no one's the wiser, right?
$120.
As they said, it's affecting 200 to 300 comics right now, which isn't much at all, but like... Yeah, and the CGC
warning.
says they're going to reimburse everyone that's hurt by what happened. They should have the list of them. Like, it
Next
seems like
lot.
CGC is being very upfront about what happened and, like, looking to
$60.
remedy the situation. But, yeah, it's bad.
$80.
Yeah, that's the issue. It's more than one guy because now you can't trust the case and you can't trust the fact they didn't notice it. That is the biggest issue, yes.
$95.
The biggest issue is the doubt it creates in the mind of collectors. It's like, it's
Fair
literal
warning,
FUD, right? It's fear,
$100.
uncertainty, doubt. And when you introduce FUD into a market, it's just a bad thing. It's a bad thing for everything.
Fair warning.
You know, it could be like 30 comics, and it would have the same effect
Next
as like
lot.
30,000 comics.
$36.
Yeah, the perception is far worse than the actual, like, you know, what happens with it.
Fair warning.
These are...
$40.
The Ultimate Gaming Magazine? Video games. I've never seen these magazines before. The one in the top left is a 1.8. The one at the bottom is a 3.5, and top right is a 6.5.
Fair warning.
Very interesting.
Next lot.
Yeah, Dare, the other guy talking about the controller, you'd get
$260.
qualified in that case. You'd get a qualified if you have an open box, unused controller. But VGA would grade it. It would just be qualified.
warning.
Here's Nolan Ryan's baseball. They're only the third time at Heritage Auctions. VGA 85 on this. Yo, Steve Craig Retro Games. Happy New Year to you as well, man.
$360.
Happy New Year to you as well. Will the 9.48 Plus actually hold up? Can you analyze the pops quick? Come on, Rick. Come on, Rick.
Fair
You picked up
warning.
the Pokemon Stadium guide on PWCC. It's cool, don't get me wrong, but you went to flip through it. Blister design is
Next
also
lot.
really off-center. Ugh. Ugh.
$180.
Ugh. How much was that a 9.8? Super Junk, what was the grade on that Pokemon Stadium manual?
Fair warning.
Or the Pokemon Stadium guide on PWCC. I remember that one too. 8.5A on this. JVC first print. Super Star Wars. The Nolan Ryan baseball went for 420. JVC Super Star Wars is actually cool. Like, early prints of this game are pretty cool. Super Star Wars is a neat one.
Fair warning.
You work on your sealed UFC games. You're only missing UFC Sudden Impact for PS2? Let's go, dude. That's a cool set to have.
Fair warning.
Those niche collections like that, like buying every sealed UFC game, that's good shit.
Fair warning.
A while back, you bought a sealed case of Pokemon XY Evolutions for $750, and now they appear to be going for $6K. Woof. Wish you would have kept it sealed. Damn, I didn't realize XY Evolutions was that expensive. Oh, a case of them, sorry, a case. I thought you meant a booster box. I was like, what? Yeah, a case makes more sense.
Fair warning.
Hot take, but do you think there'll ever be a comic crash where they drop 97%? It seems like
Next
current
lot.
gen prefers DBZ to Batman.
$320.
I don't know enough about comics to really, like, say, but as far as I know, Cosmic, like, you know, video games have
warning.
crashed over the past 3 years. I don't believe
$400.
I don't believe
$440.
that comics held up that well at all. Like, I think comics absolutely crashed as well in the past 2-3 years here. Correct me if I'm wrong. Super Nintendo controller here, VGA 85, early release of it. An early release controller. It's pretty easy to find the later release, like the SNES 101 controllers. The earlier ones aren't nearly as common. Super Star Wars closes at $360. The controller, sorry, for $576. And a few more magazines here. It was a 9.6 Super Junk. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. It's not so much a grade rather than expensive variants. Mark Jewelers and Silver Age comics with stamps cut out, and comics with green label qualified grades rather than blue labels. Well,
Fair
okay,
warning.
yeah, all that too, Funkified. All that too. Just putting in a worse book than
Next
whatever it
lot.
was prior. It's annoying someone did a video showing how to do it.
$65.
CGC will for sure fix it, but now there's always going to be worry about books. Yep.
$75.
Yep, it just hurts. You have 20 graded game magazines, but you're too nervous that they'll get 0 bid live.
Fair warning.
$119 for this bundle here. Group lot of 2 magazines here.
Next
Game
lot.
Informer. Going for $99. It just depends what the grade is on your magazines and what magazines they are, Billy Bandit.
Fair
Because, like, you
warning.
can see here, right? This is 4.0, 7.5, 7.5 of a more niche brand, like
lot.
video games and computer entertainment. $95 for the trio, right? Like, it just depends what you have with the magazines. Pokemon Red
Fair
was
warning.
withdrawn from the auction. That's an 8.0 A rate there. We'll see if we see this pop up somewhere else.
$380.
That's a solid game to be withdrawn. We would have had our first Pokemon sale of the year as well today, but no dice.
Fair
Game Boy
warning.
Printer 85 plus qualified.
Next lot. $85.
They're printed in the millions. There will always be an NIB stock to play. If there was like only ever 100 copies printed of a physical, then some jerk graded it,
Fair
you get the
warning.
anger. Yeah, it's
$95.
saying they're meant to be played, or you know what I mean, taking a copy out of circulation. It's just, I don't know. It's the same talking points you're going to hear forever. Like, you're going to hear those forever. So, it's just, you know.
Fair
You
warning.
just want Lufia 2 for under $50? Yo, AVDS. Welcome.
Next lot. $50. $60.
I don't know how easy it is to do what happened with CGC Case. Do you require, like, a tool or no? Nolan Ryan is relevant to coin collecting. US Mint copied his likeness
Fair
from a
warning.
baseball card and it's a living person? Interesting. I didn't realize that about Nolan Ryan.
Next lot.
Comics did crash hard. Yeah, I figured.
$280.
Yeah, comics didn't hold up. That's what I thought. Comics peaked a year ago or so and are coming down. Yo, Mr.
Fair
Krakowian. Welcome. Ready to Rumble Boxing, number 2 is a 9.4A+.
Next lot.
It was shot up there. I thought we were going to see a bit of a bidding war, but ended at $312. Got a little bit of love in the live, but
$26.
Madden 01, 9.4A+, $84. Indie Racing 2000, $159. 3 copies of Breakaway 98.
Fair warning.
Wow.
$30.
3 frickin' copies. That's crazy. Is that Keith Kachuk on the cover? Who's on the cover of this?
Fair
Who
warning.
was on Phoenix? That's a Phoenix jersey, right?
$32.
That's a... Yeah, it's Kachuk. That's Kachuk. Good old Keith Kachuk.
Fair warning. Next lot.
When selling on Heritage, you get 85% of the total after BP or before? Before.
Fair warning.
3 graded player guides here, actually. We got Mario 64 in the corner. Only a 6.5. GoldenEye is a 5.5. And Mario Mania 6.0. See, like, ones like this I think are really cool. Like a high-grade Mario
Fair
64 player's guide. I think that's really cool.
$140.
A high-grade GoldenEye player's guide, I think it pairs really, really nice with the game. Now, I'm not sure, like, these are pushing up over $200 already. I don't know how much I'd be willing to pay for a 9.0 Mario 64 guidebook. I probably will never own one because I'm not willing to pay up for it. But I do think it's cool. You know what I mean?
Fair
But like, yeah, I'm not willing to drop like $500 on a Mario. There are, you know,
Fair
like,
warning.
there's value in these, 100%.
Next lot. $42.
What makes something get withdrawn? There's a few different reasons, big dog.
$46.
Like, it could be that it was placed
$50,
wrong, or the
$50,
consignor reached out, or there's a problem with the graded game. Like, there's a few different reasons as to why something could get pulled. That's why I said it's going to be curious if we see the Pokemon Red just pop up later. Like, it might have been moved to a showcase auction. That could be the reason it was pulled from this one. But it's really hard to speculate why it would have been or not. Those 3 guides went for $264, and we actually have some GameCube today.
$85.
GameCube has been very dry at the auctions recently. Today we have a very good smattering. We have like almost 10 games. Almost all the Resident Evils too coming up. Jeez. Nice little GameCube lot for the folks.
$170.
Starting off with Crystal Chronicles, 9.4A plus, pushing up to almost $200. Frickin' Crystal Chronicles. Getting some love here. Looking for $200 on it. 9.4A plus.
Fair warning.
It's not really a crashing market. It's people like this who overall promote something
Next
thinking it's a
lot.
profit when it's easy to tell it's a flooded market of people overpricing things.
$55. $60.
Ay, breaker illusion. I can't do it anymore. Someone posted a video, you could do it with a solder. Ah, so you do need a solder. Okay. I didn't know if you could do it literally without electronic tools. 9.2A on a Canadian Master Quest Ocarina there. Chronicles went for 198. A high-intensity head allowed the cases to open without cracking, then they could just be glued back together. Yeah, that's spooky. You and your buddy Steve are working on inventing a tamper-proof CGC comic case in your garage.
Fair warning.
Don't like retro video game collecting, but you do like Greg? So we love to hear, Peepo. That's what we love to hear. That's what we love to hear. You've been gambling heavily on raw eBay games. You dropped around 1K on raw games in December. The results are less than spectacular. Oof. What consoles, Bob? What kind of consoles were you buying blind? I'll be honest, my last blind purchases off eBay, I bought some GameCube stuff. Oh my god. Oh my god, they did good. I'm going to be unboxing those right away. They did frickin' great. So it's unfortunate that your raw eBay purchases haven't been panning out lately. The Canadian Master Quest there went for 159 bucks.
$300.
Resident Evil VGA85, I think it's a USA print. I assume it's a USA. It is a USA print on this one. Pushing its way up to almost 400 bucks here.
Fair warning.
Factory sealed Resident Evil on GameCube. It's actually like, it's not really like, I don't know. I like it, but I don't love it. But like, Resident Evil factory sealed on GameCube is an upper echelon game. Like, it has some big frickin' sales. Which, of course, it's Resident Evil, but you know what I mean? It's not like the, it's not the first release of Resident Evil. Like, it's a... I was gonna call it a reprint, not a remake. Like, a port, you know what I mean? But it's a heavy GameCube game. Resident Evil 2 is an 85 as well here. But obviously, Resident Evil always. And Teleport with another gifted membership. Thank you, dude. Much appreciated. Elijah Lewis with the snipe. Let's go. That's perfect. Welcome in, Elijah, to the Greg Gang. Happy to have you here, and thanks a lot, Teleport there. Grade's a bit low on the GameCube, like an 85 or a 9.68 plus.
$120. 100.
You like this art from EGM? This would do decent, wouldn't have on display. Resident Evil 2, 264. Yeah, VGA 85s HW are actually like 85s are pretty freaking decent.
75.
Like if you had an 85 set here versus an 85 plus set, like Resident Evil 3 Nemesis went for $204. Like 200 bucks, right? 85s. You can have a very nice 85 for what it's worth. You can have a very cool, very good 85. So I don't hate it for disc-based stuff. Because in general, it's gonna just be usually like cellophane scratching and scarring that puts you at 85. They might have very little divots, you know what I mean? But like, in general, they're gonna be pretty darn nice. So, and you can get them way, way, way cheaper than 85 plus. So, if you're balling on a budget, like 85 should be someone you're looking at.
$40.
And then Resident Evil 0, 80 plus going for 180. Tales of Symphonia, 9.2A player's choice.
$44.
A lot of the PS2, GameCube, and Xbox, you don't recommend eBay as a means of finding, grading quality sealed games. Yeah, man, it's dry out there. I agree with you, Bob. To actually get like a VGA 90 raw off of eBay now is almost impossible. I will say that. Like, expecting to buy something and get a VGA 90 or, like, a 9.6 A++, ugh. If it's anything vintage, oh, that's tough. That's tough.
$55.
$75 for Tales of Symphonia, 9.2A. Virtual Joe 2 is a 9.6 A+. And that's why, like, you know, once you realize, Bob, how difficult it is to actually get a lot of games in these higher grades, I just think the market will appreciate them more in the future.
Fair warning.
Yo, I appreciate that, Poker Face Daily. Appreciate that.
Next lot.
Looking dapper.
$34.
You have that Resident Evil game, 85 plus gold. Great one to have.
$40.
There was a recent blind purchase of Zelda TMCIB copy where the box ended up grading 9.4. Oh my god. That's a beast, Blue Smoke. What did that sell for there? A raw copy of TM Zelda with a 9.4 box. Wow. Resident Evil on GameCube is the next best thing if you can't afford the PS version. Yeah, I mean, that's also true, I suppose. I guess you either get like a Sega Saturn version, GameCube, or you get a PS1 CIB, hey? I guess those are your options.
$2.
Beautiful Joe 2, only $99, hey? No love for Beautiful Joe 2. Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn, $104. That is a third print of the game, it looks like. Jeez. $104 there for Radiant Dawn. Just Dance. 2009. 9.2A plus. Oh. You just assume a ceiling of 9.6A plus or lower when hunting raw? Yes. Like if I can buy a raw game and get 9.6A plus, that's a huge win. Like that is a huge win. So yeah, this is a UAE copy here of Return to Dreamland. Just want to give a heads up there. UAE 9.6A plus plus. So
$42, $44, $46, $48.
The Mario Kart is also a Middle Eastern version. It looks like that's it. Just the Kirby and the Mario Kart there. Middle Eastern versions, just so you are aware.
Next lot.
Yeah, 9.6A plus VGA 85. I mean, like that's a win if you're just buying a raw game off of eBay. That is a win. So that's all I hope for. That's all I hope for these days. You know, way back it was like, oh man, I want 85 pluses and 90s. Like you were always looking for that 90. These days, man, I don't know the last time I've held a raw 90 in my hands.
Fair warning.
I don't know the last time I bought a game and I was like, wow, this might be a 90. Like, it's been a while. It has been a while. $850 for the Zelda CIB. Wow. Raw find in the wild, new graded copy. That's insane. $850 is a steal for that. That is a steal.
$90.
My gosh. Are you weird for getting the Halo Master Chief Collection graded? You did it basically because you're a Halo fan? What is the Halo MCC? What console? Is that on original Xbox? I mean, I got the copy of Halo Combat Evolved Remake graded, so I don't know. Grade Halo stuff if you like it. I have Halo 4 graded in my collection. Halo's freaking awesome. Doesn't sound too weird to me. Bayonetta
$70.
on the Wii U with the bonus included. Looking for $99 only, 9.8A plus. Does no one like Bayonetta anymore?
Fair warning.
What is this? I'll bid once.
$80.
9.8A plus on Bayonetta 2. Sorry. No, yeah. No, Bayonetta 2.
Fair warning.
Oh man, am I gonna win this? Really? Okay, I got outbid in the dying seconds there. Oh my god.
You've been outbid.
I actually thought I was about to win this for $100. That's crazy.
$90.
That's crazy. Nice copy of Bayonetta 2. Xbox One, right. That Just Dance seems like an odd one to grade. It certainly is, and it sold for $41, and it's Canadian. So yeah, it's a weird one. It's a weird one. Bayonetta 2 is getting a little bit of love now since I backed out. Now we're over 100. We're looking for 139 on it. That makes more sense. To me, anyway. You think the best condition game you ever ended up getting was Slave Zero on Dreamcast? You only bought it because it was cheap and you played it at a Dreamcast demo station once as a kid? That's a perfect reason to buy a graded copy. Or a sealed copy. Bayonetta 2 closes at 129. Hyrule Warriors, 9.6A++.
Fair warning. $70.
Yeah, even with Wii U games, right? Like, if you want to get a copy of Bayonetta 2, if you want to get a copy of Hyrule Warriors, is the Bayonetta Canadian? I don't believe so. My guess is that it's a game that has French on it, no matter what.
$70. $75.
I don't see anything about Nintendo Canada on it. Nintendo of America, I don't think it is. I think it's just one of those games that has bilingual. Because it also has Spanish on it, so it's just a North American standard print there on Bayonetta. Breath of the Wild, 9.2A+, with the misprint. Nice little first print here, Breath. Hyrule Warriors for $94. And what I was saying, sorry.
$100.
What I was saying is, like, even if you want to get a copy of Hyrule Warriors, right? It's like, okay, you can go to eBay and buy a copy, maybe 30, 40, 50 bucks. You don't know if you're getting a mint one. 9.6A++ for $94. Again, right? People just hate graded stuff so much that they would rather go to eBay and like buy a shittier copy for close to the same price rather than just. Won't last forever.
$50.
Won't be like this forever. Breath of the Wild 9.28 plus here. 7 controller misprint, pushing its way up to almost $200. You really want to try Bayonetta? Yes, I do too, actually.
$70.
Bayonetta is a game I missed, but like it always looked really good.
$180.
You have a sealed copy of Onimusha 2. Is it worth grading? Probably not. Onimusha isn't a super popular series.
Fair warning.
I mean, if you get a really high grade on it, maybe, like if it is mint, but otherwise, I don't think so. You have sealed Do Not Sell by prints of Halo 2 and 3. That's cool, Tiwi. That's awesome. I need to get more Halo in my collection still. I still need Halo 1, 2, 3. All I have is freaking Halo 4, which I have it because it is the best game in the series, but it's disappointing, you know? I should get the other titles too. Just to include them with 4. And you know, you can have like 4 at the top and the other shitty games below it, but I should get them eventually. Will people soon prefer CGC over WADA given WADA's constant QC issues?
Next lot.
I don't know, man. It's tough. It's tough.
$28.
Really tough. I think WADA still does have the lead in pricing and like... this should be a first print copy here of Mario Kart 8, actually.
$34. $36.
9.48 plus copy, Mario Kart 8. Yeah, should be a first print.
$38.
Chuck a couple bids at this. 9.48
You've
plus
been
is not
outbid.
bad. I'm pretty sure all you have to do on this is look for the this logo right here, Nintendo Network. On later print copies of the game, this logo changed over to the Amiibo logo because Nintendo Network closed. I'm pretty sure that's all you need to see. But don't quote me on it. But I'm pretty sure.
Fair one.
No, Halo 1 didn't have a DNSB sticker, no.
$55.
Yeah, I don't know, Daniel, if it will. Obviously, the blue label with CGC is always going to be a big thing that some people just don't like. Like, you know, just purely aesthetically speaking, I prefer WADA and VGA more than CGC in my collection. Like, the CGC case feels fine and all that. It feels sturdy. It's nice. It's clear. But, like, just purely speaking about aesthetics, if I was going to build out my collection with, like, a certain case, grades aside, VGA and WADA both present nicer to me. So that's always going to be a thing. It's just always going to be a thing.
$80.
Nothing against CGC. They're doing well. They're doing great. I just don't know if they're going to take over.
Fair warning. Next lot.
CGC, Slab, Vita, PS4, or Wii U have the nice blue. That's true. It does actually like kind of blend well with Wii U stuff. That is true. Mario Kart 8 did push up to $100 there. Here's Nintendo Land, 9.8A+. Every copy of Nintendo Land is NFR, right? This only came as a console pack-in, I think.
$50. $55.
Yeah, it's true, Tim. I don't play games. It's a freaking shame, man.
$60.
I need to play more games. That's 2024 goal right there. Play more games. Will we be able to do it? Maybe. Maybe.
Fair warning.
It's one of my goals, though. We need to play more games, damn it. You have 3 uncirculated copies of Zelda Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition, graded 90. Let's go, Poker Face. Damn. That's cool.
$75.
Who's been quicker lately, Water or CGC? I think CGC still is quickest, aren't they? Am I mistaken? I think CGC is still quickest on their turnaround. Have I ever bought any game just because you love the cover art? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And there's games I hold on to because, like, I either like the art or the genre or... Like, there's a ton of games I've never played that I will not sell in my collection.
$90.
And cover art does go a long way. Like, at the end of the day, you know, cover art is what is being displayed. Like, the art is the, you know, the display factor. And there are some games that just have really shitty art where it's like, you know?
$100.
And that just becomes even more amplified when you talk about like magazines and stuff. On Nintendo Land, pushing its way up over $100, looking for almost $150 on the 9.8A+. Do I ever scoop up consoles the moment they're discontinued? You've seen most go up 3 to 4x within a couple of years. Do you mean like the actual console itself, Billy? Like scooping up some Wii or Switch consoles once they get discontinued? I've never done that myself, no.
Next lot.
Great pricing with CGC, and the new Japanese covering is great. Yeah, that's true, Sane. Like, they introduced the Japanese stuff. I sent some stuff to CGC, right? Like, They were charging $30, I think, there for one of their promotions. That was fantastic.
$18.
I got my stuff graded in like 45 days, I think, door to door in Canada. And it was 30 US per game. Like, that's crazy. That's
Fair
crazy good. So there's nothing actually against CGC at all. Like, I use them myself. They just aren't my, like, you know, not my overall favorite company.
Fair warning.
Nintendo Land closed at 154. Man, there's a decent amount of Wii U today. Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed 9.68 plus Canadian.
Fair warning.
You just got your CIB Pokemon Red graded. We'll look at the grade when it gets shipped back, hoping for at least an 8.5. About how long does it take to get shipped out post-grading? I think like a month, Jason. I think post-grading is still pretty darn long to ship out your stuff, unfortunately.
$36.
You might have a little bit of a wait left for you that. I think you're going to have a bit of a wait left. The more games you play, the more nostalgia you'll accumulate, and the more future Greg will pay for those titles graded. Exactly, Elijah. You just have to build the nostalgia, baby. Am I a digital gamer or physical? Mostly digital, actually. Like, digital is just so damn convenient. Like, I emulate almost everything. Yeah, I'm a digital gamer for sure. If I'm actually gaming, I don't care. If I'm collecting, obviously I care, but like, I almost fully separate the two hobbies.
Fair warning.
Yeah, Virtual Vault, it's $40 normal for CGC. But you also need to get a membership, and I think there's like a $5 service charge. But generally speaking, it's close to $40 per game, yes. Sonic went for $73 there into Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. 9.4 A++. It took you 2 months to get your sale CGC games back. WADA was about 40 days. No, wow. Decent. Decent, actually. 40 days is not too shabby. WADA is much faster to grade, but slower to ship. Yeah, that's what I thought, is they're still taking a long time in shipping. You scooped up 3DS when on clearance, and now scooping up some PS4 games since it's being phased out. Yeah, that's almost the best time to buy anything. Like, if you can get something for well below retail or on clearance discount, absolutely. Like, you know, by all means then, scoop them up.
$24.
Super Smash Bros. On Wii U there, the 9.4 A++ for $67. These Wii U games are kind of dragging. Low key.
$40.
Like, these are only selling for $100 a pop, but like, man, these are some slow Wii U auctions here. 9.68 for Wii Party U.
Fair warning.
You had the OG Halo Edition console, but sadly you sold it a few years back. You traded your snowboard for it and you should have kept it. Yeah, the OG Halo Edition Xbox is really cool. That's one that I actually want to pick up too at some point.
$48.
You think CGC and WADA open offices for grading games in the UK? You think the PAL market? Oh, absolutely, White Wolf. Absolutely.
Fair
I think that's like the biggest thing holding back PAL collecting is that, yo, Teleport, another gifted membership. Let's go. Poker Face Daily Shorts with the snipe. Welcome into the Greg Gang, and thank you, Teleport. Check out teleport.net. Get signed up. If you guys weren't here at the beginning of the auction, I'll just put it in the link here quickly. I should be able to get there quick. Yeah, teleport.net. Looking to create a solution for trading collectibles. Sign up now. You get 25% off your first ever order once it launches. Flat rate pricing.
$30.
$15, I think, is what it's going to be. And yeah, there's like, you know, trade stuff between yourself without losing a ton of value. Hopefully it's a great solution for the market. Being developed by someone in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, join the Discord. Link in the description. You can talk to Antonio, Potato Salad, Teleport. He'll be in the Discord after the stream to talk to you guys. So any questions, direct them to Potato Salad. Which sounds really dumb, but that's him. That's the guy. Talk to Salad. He'll hook you up. And welcome to Sega, folks. Welcome to Sega. The Wii U Nintendo did come to an end. We are now in Sega, starting off with 688 attack sub. And what are your guys' goal for,
75,
there's no way I only have 2 likes on stream. There's no way this stream only has 2 likes. We got 29 new likes. That's not bad. 30 likes. People are smashing it quicker than I can even keep up. Okay, they're not smashing it that quick. We only got to 30. But that's good. That's 1 new like.
$30.
8C for 4 months. I'm tossing that salad, baby. I'm tossing that salad. 2024
Fair
2024 resolution is to toss more salad than I've ever tossed in my life.
$32, $34.
That's a good resolution, I think.
Fair warning.
Yeah, you do it the same way. You emulate on computer,
Next
also on
lot.
modded and flash carded consoles. You have a couple hundred old cards and low-end CIBs, but you don't use them. Yeah, I don't either, man. Like, 9.48 plus FIFA. Can we win a FIFA here to start the year? Maybe. 200 bucks?
$180.
216.
You've been outbid.
210, 216.
Fair warning.
I'm gonna let it go.
$200. $220.
Gonna let it go. Pushing its way up to 260 now on FIFA. International Soccer, 9.48 plus on Genesis.
Fair warning.
Yeah, I just don't care about playing physical. Like, I know there's this whole
Next
thing.
lot.
I know there's this whole thing with people in like the gaming,
$18.
retro gaming community where it's like, I need the biggest CRT TV I can find. Like, only the Sony Trinitron will do, and I need to freaking attach my mods, my RGB. It's just like, man, only physical games I need to play on a PS1 console. Like, I just don't care. I don't care at all.
Fair warning.
Don't care at all. Does not change my experience at
Next
all.
lot.
So I'm like the furthest away from being like a purist when I enjoy video games as possible. Give me my phone with touch controls and I'll play some Super Nintendo. Is it nice to have a controller? Yeah. Sometimes it's for sure. Some games require a controller.
warning.
But like I'll use a Bluetooth
$65.
8-bit controller, you know what I mean? Like, not for me. Not for me, but no shame to people who enjoy doing it.
Fair
It's just
warning.
not for me. James Pond, 9.28++. Like, obviously, I have brain damage given how I collect stuff. So, I mean, I'm not better than anyone, right? Frank Thomas, 9.6B plus for $55. James Pond went for $89. Judge Dredd, 9.6A+. Yeah, your 2024 collecting
Next
goals. What are
one.
you guys chasing after? What do you hope to change about your collection? What are you doing
$40.
differently this year for 2024? What's going on with you guys? What are we looking forward to in the new
Fair
year?
warning.
New year, new you. What are we doing out there?
Next
Judge Dredd
lot.
goes for $99. NFL quarterback 96. 9.4A on it for $68. Not a lot of Genesis doing anything really. Outside of that FIFA game for $240, I mean, almost all
warning.
of them are actually sub 100. Here's Nobunaga's Ambition 9.6B.
Next lot.
A little bit over $100 on that one, 124. And the Wheel of
$18.
Fortune 9.6A plus. What did the Resident Evil GameCube go for? I think it went for 430 Poker
Fair
Face, I
warning.
believe. 384, sorry. Just shy of $400 on Resident Evil.
$30, $34, $38, $42, $46, $50, $55,
You have FIFA 11 on PS3. Happy to sell it for $140.
$65, $70.
2024 for you. You want to get
$75,
Doomed
$80.
PC mail order and LSD for PS1 and you are happy.
$85, $90.
Yeah, Doom PC mail order. Do you mean CIB esoteric? I feel like those don't exist factory sealed.
$95,
I feel like Doom PC mail order is like impossible factory sealed. You want a sealed Monkey Island 2? It exploded. Were you in on the Monkey Island that just sold?
Fair
I think it was a Monkey Island 1 on eBay, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what it was.
Next lot.
Was that Monkey Island? One just sold on eBay, I think.
$44.
And it went for a lot. It was like $3,800 frickin' dollars.
Fair
For
warning.
Monkey Island on PC, factory sealed. You're buying more DS in 2024 and
Next lot.
hopefully grading all of your old mint copies. Yeah, my grading
$55.
backlog is pretty big right now. Sega Force Magazine 8.0 for 71. Here's some more Sega.
warning.
No, what are these? Sega Genesis magazines.
$65.
Sega Genesis strategy guide there for Spider-Man, Sega Force at the bottom, and 1993 Sega Genesis game directory
Fair warning.
with Sonic on the cover.
Next lot.
Oh, that was the Mac copy that went for over
$60.
$4,200. Yeah, dude, that was super expensive, man. Super expensive for that Mac copy of Monkey Island. I was shocked. I am a
Fair
secret
warning.
casual, Hiko. Yes, when it comes to gaming, I am a super casual. Like,
$65.
I'm just happy if I'm playing the game.
Fair
For
warning.
2024, you're going to stop buying copies of MGS4 on eBay in an attempt to find a
Next
gradable
lot.
one. Metal Gear Solid 4 is a solid game, Bob. If you can get yourself a nice
$160.
gradable one, that's a win. Chase HQ goes for $89, 9.88 plus, into Sonic Triple Trouble on the Game Gear.
Fair
Only on
warning.
the Game Gear. I was gonna see if they've offered this before. I don't know if they have
Next
or not.
lot.
But Sonic Triple Trouble goes for
$60.
180. Cool game for a Sonic collection because it is only on Game Gear. So, like, you know, if you're a Sonic
$70.
collector, it's going to be one of the more niche titles that you won't have many opportunities to purchase in general. At least I don't think it's that common
Fair
factory
warning.
sealed to find. But $180 there into FIFA 97 on Sega Saturn, 9.88 plus. Who gives a shit? I will say I do like playing on the consoles with flash carts on an HD TV, and you have a real nice arcade you made for arcade games, but you play on computer too. There have not
Fair
been good
warning.
Genesis games for sale in such a long time. eBay is insanely dry.
Next
Yeah, I
up.
believe you, man. Outside of the Sega Showcase auctions, it is tough to find good Genesis stuff. Outside of the Sega Showcase. You really
You've
gotta
been
show up for
outbid.
those ones if you're a Sega fan. Do I win another Kobe Bryant here? What are we at? 336?
$300.
Maybe. We'll see. We're at 360 here. Do I win another Kobe Bryant? Maybe. Hey, this is neat. What's going on? Look at this.
You've been outbid.
Look at this. Look at on the right side of my screen. Has this always existed where you can see comps right on your
Fair
screen?
warning.
Do you guys see that? The last 9.88 plus sold September, $432. 504
warning.
prior to that. That's really cool.
Next lot. 300.
Oh my god.
You've been outbid.
Oh my god. That was, oh my god. Oh my god. Ooh, that makes me
Fair
angry.
warning.
That makes me angry.
300.
Ooh, I thought I had it. I was just about to pop off. That was a buzzer beater on that Kobe bid.
Fair. $380.
All right.
You've
Show
been
yourself.
outbid.
Who's out there? Who's out there? Who's out there on the Kobe? Show yourself. Who's out
Fair
there?
warning. $400.
That's it.
$420.
You've been outbid.
Who is out there pumping Kobe on me? Why?
Fair warning.
Why is someone pumping me on Kobe? I gotta let it go.
Next lot.
$480.
$2.
Literally just me and someone else. There's nothing more
$4.
annoying. There's nothing. Nothing is more annoying when it's just like you and one other person.
$6.
I hate that. Oh my god, that boils my blood. Boils my blood, I tell ya.
$9.
Game Gallery, did you win it? Did you win it, Hopper? Oh, you son of a bitch.
$12.
You son of a bitch, Hopper. That's your 5th or 6th copy? Me and you apparently control the
Fair
market
warning.
on frickin' Kobe, dude.
$14.
Heritage definitely didn't have the previous prices. Yeah, this is awesome. You can hover it right
Fair
there all the
warning.
time now. Like, look at that. On the same screen now, you can see, like, this is huge. This is honestly a huge feature that they just added.
$18.
Huge feature. This is beautiful. No longer do you have to like click it and look at the description,
$20.
open a different tab. Like you can just hover your mouse over here on the left side and boom, there are your prices. Ooh, I love it.
Fair warning.
I love it.
Next
Extra
lot.
copies ready to trade? Hey, me too. Me too, Game Gallery. Me too.
$180.
It's the first cover that Kobe appeared on, Jordan Black. So it's pretty darn speculative
Fair
because
warning.
as an actual game, NBA Action 98 means nothing. But
$220.
it has Kobe Bryant on the cover. And it's the first time Kobe Bryant appeared on the cover of a video game. Is that something people give a shit about?
Fair warning.
Maybe.
$260.
Maybe. And another gifted from Teleport. That one's for Kobe. And yeah, Jordan Black getting sniped. Ask some questions and get
$280.
rewarded immediately for it. But yeah, frickin' Game Gallery and
Fair
me
warning.
there pushing up Kobe. I tell you, it's tough out here. It's tough out here when the only
Next
people
lot.
bidding on these frickin' games are all in this single chat room right here.
$65.
There's like what? There's 100 people watching, And you know what I mean?
Fair warning.
There's like 100 people here, and the two people fighting for one of these games are like in this little chat room. Ridiculous. Ridiculous, I tell you. Someday in the future, someday there'll be an actual, you know, there'll be more people at someday. Someday in the future, there will be more people in this hobby.
$60.
Might be a test for certain users. Those comps aren't popping up for you. Interesting, Jordan.
$180.
Interesting. Need to have a way to toggle back to the big ass JPEG when you're feeling nostalgic. If you just hover, you don't even have to click. You just hover. You hover so you can bring them back real time. And if you click it, what happens if you click it?
Fair warning.
Oh, if you click it, it stays. Yeah, you can toggle him or you can hover. It has both. It has both toggle and hover functionality. This is 4 copies of Typing of the Dead.
Fair warning.
4 factory sealed copies on Dreamcast here. The Resident Evil Code Veronica VG85 for $312. The factory case of 4 Typing of the Dead 264 into PS1. Starting off with Barbie. Barbie gotta have games. That's Barbie was stealing my shtick. She likes to get the Greg games idea there. That's nice alliteration, Barbie.
$26.
I appreciate that. Game recognized game there. Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Battle 22, 9.6A plus.
$30.
Oh, Jordan, you do have it too? Very good, very good. Very good. Yeah, fancy. Exactly, Super Junk. Wow, that is fancy. As far as auction houses are concerned, man, if you've been on all the different auction houses for video games, I mean, hey, that kind of is fancy. Seeing technology like this, I mean, whew, that's pushing it forward. The auction house online meta has been pushed forward. We'll wait for the response from other companies. Certified Link's been real quiet since this new update from Heritage. I'll tell you that. They've been real quiet. Code Veronica is one of the top 5 Dreamcast games. Is $314 kind of cheap for this? Isn't Code Veronica pretty darn pricey on Dreamcast? I can't remember.
$80.
Tiger Woods PGA Tour Golf 9.8A plus on this. Jeez, nice Tiger Woods copy. I feel like every time we see these Tiger Woods games, they're all in crap condition. So this is actually a nice one here. The last 9.8A plus, I guess, was from back in March. Only 149. I'm a bit surprised. I thought Tiger would get a little bit more love from the sports fans. Looking for 149 right now to tie it. I got it. Looking for 159. Might be a new high price here on Tiger Woods PGA Tour Golf.
$140. $150.
You have 500 slabs ready to trade? There we go. Gonna be your biggest customer right there is gonna be Game Gallery Teleport. That Typing of the Dead was a steal for a lucky reseller. What did they actually sell for? Sorry.
Fair warning.
What the case? The case went for like $250. I don't know what graded copies of Typing of the Dead sell for. Tiger Woods went for $180 on the 9.8A plus. There's a factory case of 12. NFL Game Day 2004. Then we have NFL Game Day. What? Same game?
Next lot.
So this is 12 copies.
$2.
What? Yeah. 12 copies of the game just sold for $30. This is 4 copies of the game now. So this one is a master case.
$6.
This case has 3 of these inside.
$14.
Why did this case not get bids? What am I missing? Was it just a fuck up? Like this thing that went for $30 has 3 of these inside. And this just sold for $40. Is this just a mistake?
$4.
Like this is I don't know. I don't know.
$28. $32. $34.
Yo, Cristiano, welcome. Happy New Year to you as well, dude.
$36.
This is Siphon Filter 2. 4 factory sealed copies here.
$40. $42.
Anyone got a VGA Half-Life 85 or better? Are you looking for PS2 or Xbox, Moloch?
$50. $55.
I think Half-Life's on both PS2 and Xbox. Maybe you're looking for PC. I'm not sure. When shipping to VGA, once you fill out the forms, you just print it off, put it in the box, and ship it to the address on the website. Yes. And once they receive it, they'll let you know. Yes. That's it, Virtual Vault. That's it. Just print off that invoice, stick it in the box, and you'll get an update email in the future.
Fair warning.
Yeah, CL better be taking notes. CL better be... When is Certified Link auction year? Isn't that coming up right away? It was pretty sparse for video games this time around, but I'm pretty sure that auction's coming up in like mid-January. I need to look at their website again. That's Certified Link. It's coming up right away here in January. Not the thickest offering of games though we've seen. Actually, it might be one of the thinnest offerings of games. In the future is code word for 3 to 4 months with VGA. Yeah, yes it is. Or never. Or never, hockey guy. Also remember that coming soon and in the future can also mean never.
Next lot.
Those case packs can be risky. You bought a pack of 4 Sega Dreamcast games from Heritage, and they didn't mention that the box was damaged. The highest graded copy out of the 4 was a 7.0. Oof. Did the box have like a big dent on it, Marty?
$28.
That stinks, dude. Here's another case pack of Siphon Filter 3 Greatest Hits copies. Siphon Filter 2 went for $159, sorry. 4 copies of Siphon Filter 2 Greatest Hits for $159.
$34.
And yes, make sure to join the Discord if you have any questions about Teleport. Antonio Potato Salad will be in the Discord. He'll be in voice chat. He'll be active. You can ask questions about the service, get to know it more, get to know him more. Maybe Antonio will do a face reveal. Did someone say Potato Salad face reveal? What? That's what he looks like? Oh my god. It'll be the biggest thing since Dream took off his mask. You don't want to miss that. Big things happening in the Discord, folks. Big things happening. PS2 starts now. I don't think there's much PS... There's nothing. Jesus. We're just about done the auction. There's nothing past PS1 today. We only have 18 more games, folks. Grand Theft Auto 3 Trilogy Edition. No. Yes. No.
$220.
Is this? What is this? This is interesting. This is the middle print of Grand Theft Auto 3. No security strip at the top.
Next lot.
But not from the trilogy pack.
$200.
This has to be a very limited print of the game. I don't know if it's like super desirable to have this variant, but this has to be a short printed version. We like never see these. That's interesting. $240 for GTA 3 there. Here's Grand Theft Auto San Andreas 9.4A plus early production copy. Because that means this copy was reprinted sometime like late 2005. What year did the Trilogy Edition come out? Yeah, and the Deep Badge thing. And the Deep Badge. How could I have freaking missed it? 9.48 plus here on San Andreas. Early production copy.
Next lot.
It was a dent that you didn't notice. You thought case pack equals 9.88. Yeah, dude. Ugh, that's tough. That's tough, Marty.
Fair warning.
This weekly is purely top tier bangers. Yes. Yes, it is. Madden 09. 9.48 plus there with Brett Favre for $41. And if that copy wasn't good enough for you, you can buy Canadian Brett Favre. Even better. 9.4A. 9.4A. You can get yourself a Canadian Brett Favre.
$2.
I make myself laugh. I'm a funny guy. $30 for Madden 09 Canadian, $41 for the 9.4A plus. They even turned off the lights. Like look how vivid this picture is. Like, yeah, American Brett Favre. That's fucking awesome. And then they were like, oh right, we like have to still take a picture of the Canadian one. Just run it. Just put it up. It's fine. It's good. Yeah, American Brett Favre.
Fair warning.
And I tell you, man, no respect for Canada. NBA 07 9.0 B plus. Do I have a Kobe Square sticker? No, I do not. I've never bought NBA 07. I actually don't care about NBA 07 Game Gallery.
Fair warning.
It just doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter to me.
Next lot.
Like, I understand it's still Kobe Bryant, but like, it just feels so niche to me. This just feels so niche.
Fair warning.
You thought the GTA went greatest hits pretty quick? Yeah, that's what I mean, Esoteric. So this is before greatest hits and before the trilogy. And it doesn't have a security strip. So like, very, very limited release window on this GTA 3 trilogy here. Very limited release window. Kind of neat. NFL Game Day 2003, 9.6 A plus. One of the nicer copies we've actually seen of this, pushing its way up over $200.
$220.
Jesus Christ, I asked you guys about 2024 and then I ignored all of you. I asked what you guys were doing and then I ignored all of you. Billy Bandage, you're going after VidPro display cards and other promos? That's cool. You're buying more DS in 2024. You're budgeting and cutting off the fat of your collection. Man, that's probably what I'm going to be doing too.
$60.
I'm going to be cutting off a lot of fat of my collection this year, Jordan Black, as well. For sure. For sure. You want to increase the Resident Evil and Killer Instinct collection? That's cool. Killer Instinct doesn't have a lot of stuff to buy, unfortunately. I mean, I guess if you go for like promo items and stuff, you might find some stuff, but actual Killer Instinct games, there's like barely any. Thane, in 2024, you're going to say you're finally going to send in your hundreds of games, but you definitely will not. It just sucks how much grading costs. Like, I hear you on that, Thane, completely. Like, I'm slow. I sent more stuff to WADA with the 12% discount. I did send off another 12 games, but like, you know, I can send in hundreds of games too. I just don't know when I'll ever get around to it. You got a 21-inch Sony PVM monitor for retro games. You picked one up for 80 Canadian last year's. Yeah, aren't PVMs like super freaking expensive?
$100.
I feel like those PVM monitors are like hundreds of dollars.
$110. $120.
NFL Game Day 2003. The 9.6 A plus copy. One of the nicer copies we've seen. $408 frickin' dollars. Game Gallery, is this you? Did you just purchase Tom Brady as well?
$140.
That's a frickin' expensive one there on Game Day 03. We've seen them sell a lot cheaper. I don't know about 9. Let's just click into it. Let's click into some Tom Brady. 9.6A for $100. 9.6A for 55. So like, yeah. 9.6A for frickin' 35. So getting that A plus beauty on there. $400. Jesus. A lot of love for Tom today. Factory case of 12 open copies of Resident Evil 4 Greatest Hits for PS2.
Fair warning.
B plus seal on a PS2 game? What are we doing? Yeah. Teleport respects Canada and we will launch available for all Canadians. Nice. Yeah. I was curious actually about Teleport. Is it going to facilitate trade internationally? Like, can I trade with a German? Can Americans trade with Canadians? I didn't know the answer to that. That is one question I do have.
Fair warning.
It's the A plus that's hard to get on this game. You paid $650 for the 9.6 A plus of the PS1 Brady a couple months ago. Yeah, I mean, dude, that's a hell of a premium there for the A plus. Like, I personally love to see it. I think 9.6 A plus should be a lot more expensive than like a 9.6 A, but usually we don't actually see it. I mean, that's a solid ass premium. 9.6 A plus versus 9.6 A. Jay Bouchard, you're also going to be trimming the fat this year? Man, is that... Did we all just sit inside during the COVID years and just buy shit we don't need?
Next lot.
Is that like the commonality amongst all of us? We all just like bought a bunch of games we don't need and stuff, and now it's like, wow. Wow, do I have a lot of stuff in my house that I need to sell? Because that's how I feel. I mean, not just from COVID, just overall, but it's like, Jesus. I have so many games I still want to sell. Like hundreds. I want to get rid of hundreds of games this year still.
Fair warning.
We'll see. We'll see if I can do it.
$28.
It's hard to feel good about tying up funds getting stuff graded when prices are so low right now. Bingo. Exactly, Super Junk. Exactly. $30. It's very, very, very hard to justify spending like $500, say, grading 10 games when $500 goes so far in this hobby right now.
Next
like just go buy more games, right? Just go buy more games. Yeah, exactly. Every time you want to do a big submission, you just find something else you want to buy. Exactly. Because truth be told, unless you're selling the stuff you're grading right now, like if you are selling stuff that you're grading, I still get it. There's still going to be people like every time I send stuff into grade, like 3 or 4 games are going to be sold, right? Grade 12, sell 3. Every single time. But if you're not selling anything, it's kind of hard to justify right now. Hard to justify sending stuff in versus just buying more games. This is an early print here on Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom. $22. Does not have the blood rating on the back. Yeah, early print copy. Later prints
Fair
have a mild blood rating in the ESRB, so just something to keep your eye on for
Next
this game.
lot.
No one seems to give a shit, but sold for $49. Into Uncharted 9.48 plus. Is this a real Black Label copy? Yes, it is. Price is almost $300. I was gonna say we haven't seen a nice Black Label Uncharted for a while. I don't think.
Fair warning. $260.
Not since August. We had a 9.0. It's not great. 9.68 plus back in July. Looks like
Fair
the
warning.
$480, 9.48 plus back in June for $480 as well. So that's kind of what we're looking at there. 480-ish is the comp from like 6 months
Fair
ago.
warning.
Looking for 336 right now.
Next lot.
Goes for $312.
$32.
I still need a copy of Uncharted. Really cool. 9.6 A++ Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Or, yeah, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, sorry. Ultimate Marvel. I can't even talk.
$36.
I'll chuck a bit
You've
at it
been
there. We're
outbid.
only at $67. It's just cheap, to be honest. I think it's just cheap.
Fair warning. $40.
Do you think we'll see a Europe release auction from Heritage? Not yet, Esoteric. I just don't think there's enough love for PAL video games.
$42.
I don't think that's something we can have yet in 2024. PAL stuff in general is just still so niche.
Fair warning.
Yeah.
Next
It's like
lot.
waking up with a collecting hangover and wondering what did I do last night, the collecting version of Coyote Ugly.
100.
Yeah, dude, it seems to be hitting all of us. Every time you sell a game, an angel gets its wings. Assassin's Creed 2, 9.88 plus again. We just saw one of these pop off the other week. The 9.88 pluses are here. Yeah, it was the
Next
Best
lot.
Buy exclusive version, 528. So we actually see this is a Black Label copy. Sold for half the price of a, I'm pretty sure it was the Best Buy exclusive one. So just interesting to see people prefer the Best Buy copy versus a straight Black Label. Still, $264 for Assassin's Creed 2 is not bad. Here's Condemned Criminal
$10.
Origins. Looking for $39 on a 9.4A. This is a launch
$14.
title, right? I believe we learned that? Yes. I think. But either way, we're looking for 40 bucks on it.
$16.
9.4A Condemned Criminal Origins. I'll toss a bid on there.
$18.
45 bucks. I'll bid. Yeah, 90 standard or 10 standard games with
$20.
VGA is 900 US. Yeah, it just doesn't
You've
make
been
sense,
outbid.
hockey guy. You actually didn't do anything
Fair
with gaming during
$22.
COVID. You cleaned up in the stock market. Let's go, dude.
$26.
I held all of my
$28.
my stock market stuff way too long. I should have just sold everything. If I would have sold my stock market stuff, like, you know, 2022, even 2021, I'd be doing great, but
$30.
I just held way too long. Vinny, you won the Uncharted. Let's go, dude. That's cool. Cool pickup.
Fair warning.
Japan will definitely be tricky, but you have contacts in Japan for when that day
Next
comes. You're not
lot.
making a promise, but it's highly likely it'll be your next target.
$2.
That'd be huge, man. If you could open up with Japanese, that would be huge. Any kind of middlemanning with Japan would be huge. Condemned goes for $57.
$4.
Grand Theft Auto 5,
$6.
7.0B. The hell happened to this game? Yeesh. Got ran over by a car. Yeah. The Grand Theft Auto 5 on 360.
$12,
There are cracks in the case bottom. Getting some bids. Looking for $43 on it.
Fair warning.
Zelda
Next
Ocarina
lot.
Majora exclusive gift boxes. Yes, PAL has some really cool
$12.
stuff, Odin. But in general, PAL stuff just like doesn't get much love still.
Fair warning.
Seems like we have a Condemned every week. Yeah, no, Super Junk. I was actually just thinking that in my head too. Is that if a 9.6 or something of Condemned pops up, I'd actually like to bid on it. Every single copy has been 9.4A. There's been 3 or 4 of them now. Funny enough. Halo 4 9.4A plus goes for $45. This is Brian Stelfree's Marvel Contest of Champions Guillotine video game concept illustration.
Next lot.
Original art Kabam. The hell is this?
$24.
It looks really cool. Sold for $139.
$28.
Marvel Contest of Champions Guillotine video game concept
$32.
illustration, original art kabam. Created during the making of Marvel Contest of Champions, a mobile fighting game featuring Marvel comic characters.
$36.
It is of Guillotine,
$40.
aka Janine
$44.
Savage. This is too deep into Marvel for me. But it's from a mobile fighting game. Concept illustration, 2014. So it's a real
Fair
piece
warning.
of Marvel art, I guess, which is pretty freaking neat. Weird that it's here with the
Next
video
lot.
games. I guess it was for a mobile game. I guess that's why. $75 for this one. This is Iceman. This is kind of cool.
$85.
This one is kind of cool. Pushing its way up to $100 on this one.
Fair warning.
Condemned is one of yours? You nabbed a dozen or so back in the day because
Next
it was a
lot.
launch? Ah, that's crazy. Exploded. When do we get the nice
auction is
ones?
now closed.
When are the nice
Thank
ones
you
coming
for
exploded? We need the nice copies of Condemned, not these freaking 9.4As. We want the nice copies. The Iceman there went for 100 and some, I think. I missed it. What did Iceman go for? Iceman sold for $109. Yeah, kind of cool for $100. I'll be honest. Like, that's not bad at all. Not bad at all. You have a 9.6 Condemned feeling like a baller? I mean, Condemned is launch and horror. Like, it has a lot going for it. People love collecting horror games, and launch games will always have notoriety. So, like, realistically speaking, Condemned selling for what? Like $50 today? Probably a decent purchase, right? A very decent speculative purchase to grab a copy of Condemned. What do I think of the first 2024 auction? This thing was wild. What a roller coaster this first auction was. I haven't seen auctions like this since 2023, damn it. Told you those jokes will never miss. Since last year. What did Halo 4 end at? It was a 9.4 for $45. But actually, this auction, like, the actual lineup of this auction was pretty fucking good. Jokes aside. Like, we have had some, you know, I don't want to say it too loud, but we've had some weekly auctions. We've had some weekly auctions that didn't have the best selection of video games in it, right? Not the best selection of games. This weekly auction actually had some decent stuff in it. So, that right off the bat is pretty darn good. The Mario Bros. 3 goes for $2,280, setting a new comp for January. We'll keep a close eye on Mario Bros. 3, of course. Keep a close eye on it. Super Rocky here went for $900, which is honestly pretty good as well, given that, like, at the Pioneer Showcase before Christmas, a similar copy sold for $1,200, $1,300, so, like, held up pretty well. Rocky gets love, which is a shame because I would love to own one. But I'm not paying $1,000 for any ColecoVision game. It's just not happening. So that is a crying shame. Crime and shame? Crying shame. What's the actual phrase there? Cry and shame? Crying shame. Double Dribble, 80 plus. Early print here with the round seal going for $576. Super Nintendo controller VGA 85. Early print on this as well going for $576. Skate or Die as well. Early Rev A copy 80 plus for $480. NBA Action 98. I actually got outbid on by Game Gallery in the chat here. 9.88 plus. We pushed it up to $480. Strider $432. The Game Boy printer qualified. Hopefully someone saw this was qualified. $432 on that. Nolan Ryan was kind of neat. VGA 85 for... My voice is gone. Why did it just leave? Nolan Ryan in 85 there was pretty cool as well for $420. NFL Game Day 03, 9.68 plus for $408. And Resident Evil rounds out the top 10 there. VGA 85 for $384. At the other side of the auction, there were 2 games at the very bottom. A factory case of 12, a master case. 12 copies of NFL Game Day went for $30. That's crazy. But the single game was frickin' Canadian Brett Favre, 9.4A, $30. Canadian copies, man, I tell ya. Crying shame, crying shame. That's what I thought it was, but then I had no confidence on that answer. And Teleport with another gifted membership there for Chris Larson. Welcome in, dude. And thank you, Teleport. Like I said, join the Discord. Teleport as well as Antonio. They're going to be live in the voice chat. They're going to be on Discord. Ask questions about the service. Sign up. Get the free early adopter bonuses. Teleport.net. Hopefully it works out great. Like, I genuinely just hope it works out for Antonio, for Potato Salad. I hope it's a good thing. Thank you for all the gifted memberships tonight. Thank you for showing up for the first auction in 2024. Big year ahead of us. Big year ahead of us. Videos, content, all that stuff. It's coming soon. Like, I'm going to get back to a regular, you know what I mean? A regular release schedule of content. I'm well aware I haven't made a lot of content lately. It's happening soon. It'll happen again. I promise. Maybe. Probably. Collection toured as well. Maybe. Might happen. We'll have to see. I'll see you guys in the Discord. Have a good night, everybody. I'm off to go buy some groceries. Have a good night, guys. Take care. Goodbye.